So the gap's down to 3.4 seconds. But Rosberg so far doing everything required of him with just under 2 laps to go here. No change in the battle for third place either. It's still Hamilton in third and Raikkonen in fourth position. Gap just outside DRS range for Kimi Raikkonen, but only just. So that might still be a change, but I think that Hamilton's doing enough. Vettel holding on to 5th place. He's made 17 places from where he started as Sebastian Vettel.
Daniel seeking 3/10 in the first sector.
It's encouraging. It's not all over yet. And Rosberg, you wonder how he's feeling in the car at the moment, assessing all the brake temperatures, trying to get the most out of these tyres. Have they reached the end of their life, or have they still got a little bit more left?
Well, he'll be hot, he'll be dehydrated, he'll be feeling the pressure when he's got that ace up his sleeve, which is great straight line speed, and I'm sure he's got a couple of tushes of extra power from the electrical energy should he need it to defend.
They are catching that Magnussen group.
So we've got a slow bunch of back markers in front of you. You expect them to come up into them before the end of the race. Just be aware.
And that's tricky because they're all three racing for position. There's Perez, Kvyat and Magnussen. Actually, Magnussen's just dropped away a little bit on this last lap. But they have been very, very close. And they're fighting for the final points. So it's their duty. They're still back markers in a way, even though they're going to get points. But they are being lapped. So it's their duty to get out of the way. But it can have a big effect when you're racing hard against another car. So Kevin Magnussen gets through the last corner ahead of Rosberg. Ricciardo still closing the gap. It was 3.4, and as he crosses the line, it's 2.0. Another lap, and he'll be in DRS range, but we are on the final lap. He doesn't have 2 more laps to do it in, and Rosberg surely is going to do enough here, as long as he can deal with the traffic. And the traffic just up ahead, there's Perez, there's Kvyat, and Magnussen. Rosberg not that close, in fact. Maybe he won't have to deal with the traffic. Ricciardo throwing everything into this last lap, trying to find a way to get a little closer, to put a bit more pressure on Rosberg. But I don't think he's got quite enough left in the car to be able to do it. Rosberg managing everything to the nth degree.
Yeah, he was very tentative as he rolled into turn 8. And he'll be looking ahead at Magnussen, trying to work out, am I going to catch him? Am I going to get balked? Daniel will sniff the opportunity to pounce. This is going to be, well, nose-to-tail stuff, isn't it, if they go continue at this pace?
Cheered on by a bunch of Australian fans here in Singapore. Is there anything that Daniel Ricciardo could do in the final half a lap here? He's still not in a position, but he's almost within a second now. There are no DRS zones left to him, though, and the checker flag is quite soon after the last corner, so it doesn't give much of a run. There aren't really any overtaking opportunities you would normally use, but he's going for the win here. He's going to see if there's any opportunity anywhere. Daniel Ricciardo closing up through the last sequence of 90-degree right-handers beneath the grandstand. The last part of the lap here in Singapore after nearly 2 hours of racing. Nico Rosberg has just about got enough, I think. They're into the last corner. Ricciardo's tried everything, but it's Nico Rosberg who wins in Singapore. His first ever win on the streets of Singapore in his 200th Grand Prix. What a result. He held on at the end there, chased by Daniel Ricciardo, who was heroic in his exploits to try and win that. Lewis Hamilton finishes third. Kimi Raikkonen finishes in 4th place. We will see Sebastian Vettel home in 5th position. But Nico Rosberg has reclaimed the championship lead.
Brilliant drive.
Yes, come on again! Come on! Yay!
At last in Singapore.
That was a big win. A hat-trick of victories for Nico Rosberg in Belgium, Italy and Singapore. All tracks he'd never won on before, and that has taken him into the lead of the World Championship. His 8th victory of 2016, the 22nd of his career, and he was on form all weekend. That brilliant lap in qualifying, and David, a race as well where he had to manage every moment of it, but he did it to perfection.
I think he's been faultless all weekend. His qualifying lap he played down on the basis that it was all about today, but it was a beautiful performance. And then in the race, under immense pressure, faultless.
We've still got a bit of a race down for the final points. Verstappen has finished in 5th. We're waiting for Alonso to come home in 7th. Perez and Kvyat are very close to one another. We think Perez is going to come across the line in 8th, ahead of Kvyat, but that'll be Kvyat's best result since returning to Toro Rosso. Perez maintaining a record of scoring in the points every time here in Singapore, as long as they both make it. I think they are about to. And the final point will go to Kevin Magnussen, which is a true achievement for the Renault team, only the 2nd time this year.
That was a super drive, Daniel. We obviously went for to cover the others with a 3-stop, but you gave it everything. Well done. Well done.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for trying something. That was fun, at least.
Yeah, enjoyed the chase.